a controversial housewife to talk about. If you guys are looking forward to that, we have Brynn Whitfield's astrology chart. Brynn Whitfield is on the Real Housewives of New York. I got her astrology chart, I think a couple years ago. I can't remember. Whenever she started, I asked her for her birth time, and she said around 10:30 a.m. So that is enough for me. And we'll be going into that conversation as, ethically and above the fray that we can, without me personally being in a situation. It is hard to condemn others. I made a tweet earlier this year saying, be careful not to glorify people you don't personally know and tell tales of events that you did not personally witness. This is a big theme of the year ahead. It's like, you got to watch your words. And this is something that I've been working on in the background for years now. As a Gemini moon with a Pisces Mercury, lying was just a hobby. I would just be like, yeah, my dad's a rocket scientist and my mom works at Chuck E. Cheese. I used to tell people I worked at Target just so they wouldn't ask me any more questions and they just leave me alone. Just dumb stuff. I would just say things. And that's not good spiritual hygiene, right? So in 2020, when I was going through learning about all the things that make up spiritual awakenings and journeys and stuff like that, I ran into a lot of characters and I'm like, wow, I wish I would have known spiritual protection for this. And then I ran into a lot of people and I was like, wow, these people are incredibly balanced and see the world through a lens of love instead of fear. And that's what I was really drawn to the spiritual community to kind of find more of. And with astrology, finding that during my Saturn return in 2018, rediscovering astrology, like as a kid, of course, I knew that I was an Aries, but I didn't know my moon sign or I had a rising sign or whatever. And then I was always told I was on the cusp of something. So I started looking that up around 2006, 2007. Then I dove back into horses because I was busy focusing on that. And then came back to astrology around a little bit when my kids were born. And yeah, then 2018, years later, I realized that there's a whole thing called a birth chart and I learned how to read one, and the rest, as they say, is history. So 7 years later, it's coming up on my 7-year astrology rebirth cycle. So it's very exciting to see that I've come so far in that time. And, you can transform your life at any moment too with astrology.